This is the jankiest way to ever stream this, by the way. Oh my goodness. Alright. So. Hey YouTube. Welcome. I'm not gonna get into details on how much fucking time this took us. I'm just gonna quickly summarize. We went from this not being able to come up on Steam because they won't allow you to upload during certain times anymore. We went through playing Splatoon, but then the Nintendo servers went down. And then we played some Drawful before someone mentioned in the chat that this was up on Android. So I loaded up BlueStacks, bought it on Android, and here we are. We're actually here. And Aisha's here too. Aisha, who is in the credits. You gotta give me a minute to get used to these controls. There you go, Aisha. Oh! Aisha! Aisha, I didn't know you did Malik. Oh no. Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy! Alright. Oh my god, a boy of your very own. Alright. Just cross your fingers. Just cross your fingers that this won't crash. I could really use a drink, but fuck it. I'm worried that I'm gonna break this if I don't do it now. Alright. Another night. Yeah, fucking another long fucking night. Another long walk. Despite the blisters, you've started to feel truly optimistic. You've got a lot going for you these days. True, you're still technically a castaway on a hostile planet with absolutely no hope of rescue. But if you're completely honest, Earth was pretty shitty too. Sure, 98% of everyone here is a psychopath who would rip your face off as soon as look at you, but it's the other 2% that are really going to make it all worth it. First of all, I don't know how to pronounce that. Second of all, knife? Lineara? Knives. He does have ears. It's scary. Lineara. Oh, okay, Lineara. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Hold on, let me just slide this over. I'm gonna try to make the chat fit the best I can up here so I can actually see it. Okay, I did my best. Alright. Maybe you're pushing your luck at this point. A reasonable person would just hit up one of their many new friends and find a place to crash. But the night is young, so to speak, and you have a good feeling about this particular desolate stretch of road. You're just wondering where you should hide out for the day, when a long car pulls up next to you on the street. You hunch your shoulders and keep walking, hoping they're just here for the scenery. But you are literally the scenery here, so when the back door opens and two trolls lumber towards you, you can't say you're surprised. You're a little surprised when they each grab one of your arms and drag you into the car. Up until now, you have found trolls to be surprisingly chatty. You aren't expecting the assault and ask questions later approach. Car takes off before you have the time to catch your breath. You will never catch that breath. It's blocks behind you now. It's loose! And here you are without your breath face to face with the troll who's leaning back on his own bench seat. Just straight chillin'. The dome light glints off his blue eyes, and what someone less hip than you might describe as way too many piercings. He has them in his ears, nose, and eyebrow. He even has a couple in his horn. His hair is shaved in a daring undercut, and his teeth are sharp. It's loud. Alright, give me a sec. Was worried this might happen. This is great. I would load that pixel, but by the way, anyone who sends links during this particular stream, I can't do it. Because if I load anything else on this computer, if I load this up on my computer, it will explode. My computer will explode. So, I don't know what voice I'm going to do for him. Hey. I guess that's the voice I'm going to do for him. I just started streaming, kind of. Yes. We just started. Kind of. Yeah, we just started. Hey yourself, asshole. Oh, damn. Some of your newfound self-confidence just bubbled out of you like a spit-up from an infant. It's gonna go bad fast. But instead of immediately murdering you, he looks you up and down, checking you out in all your ragged glory. He smiles, slow and lazy. Does things to your guts. Friendship things. His smile stretches wider, going slightly lopsided from his piercing. He looks like what he sees. He looks like he likes what he sees, even if what he sees is you being a rude bitch. Fair. I did just get my boys to drag you off the street. I get how that equals a little not chill. Sorry about all that. I'm Malik. Malik doesn't look too sorry, but you're distracted by one of his boys, who is looking at you through a familiar pair of eyes hidden behind a fall of dark bangs. Ah! Ah! I'm having an ulcer! I'm having an... It's him! I don't remember what voice I did for him! Shit! Hey, I was wondering if you remembered me. Remember? You doubt you'll ever forget, even with extensive therapy. Ah. Yeah, sorry about the cloak and laser bullshit. Just couldn't let anybody else see you, get your fronds on you first. You know. Wow, he was looking for you? Like, specifically? For sure, dude, I've been following you. Really? Feel like you would have noticed someone like him. He doesn't exactly blend in. Malik holds up his palm husk with the Chitter app open. You recognize your own profile. Your follower count has gone up significantly since the last time you checked. Avenge 7 troll. Pixel, that's good. Right. So everyone equals going on about this new Chitter account. Alien Invasion of 1. What is the equal? Is. Okay. That makes sense in math terms. Figure it is a publicity stunt or imperial propaganda. Uninteresting, not worth my time. Then I start thinking, what if it's not? If this genuinely is an invasion, how the hell have they survived this long? The drones should have obliterated a Colbait son of a bitch like you right away. That's literally what I said. They should have taken your hornless head off periges ago. They haven't. Why? Is what I keep asking myself. Then I figured out how you must be doing it. Without meaning to, you lean towards him. Have you finally found someone who understands and appreciates just how terrific you are at friendship maneuvers? Who really gets your area of study? You're a robot. Oh, god damn it. Not even close. But he's so obviously and avidly interested in you that, well, you tell a tiny little fib. Oh, no. I'm a robot. Hell yeah. Hey, this is kind of crazy. I didn't know you were a robot. Wild. I guess it makes sense, though. You did have a sixth sense for meat and where to find it. Malik looks intrigued. A meat tracker. That is interesting. Sure. You hope he doesn't try to test that functionality. You doubt you have another meat miracle in you. But all he does is keep giving you piercing looks in between texting furiously. Then he snaps a photo of you. Oh no. He's not going to post that on Chitter. Hashtag robot? Can't be a hashtag. Everyone will know you're lying and blow up your cover. Not to mention your mentions. Don't worry about that. Social media gives me hives. I have a Gorgle alert set for a certain combination of words. After Zebra's place, you're kind of expecting another lavish palace, but when you get out of the car, you see that Malik is an indigo. He's cerulean, like Elward and Ramel, and that one girl who kept boys in cages. Also, you're starting to think that people's hives have more to do with just taste than caste. Amicia had a homely little art studio. Torgora had all those vases and shit. He's very little. He's a little boy. Before he leads you inside the apartment building, Malik turns to Diamond and the other lowblood and starts messing around on his palm husk again. Nice job, guys. I'm rerouting a Scythian drone shipment as we speak. Treyaf, I'm sending you those DVDs you wanted. They'll be at your hive when you arrive. Other troll is, Knife. I can't remember her name. I am so burnt out. Like, I was fine earlier, and then all the stream shit happened, and I started getting this stress headache, and now I'm just real burnt out. So, you know. Sorry if I missay a lot of shit tonight. I just wanted to get it done, because I fucking love Friendsim, and you know that. The Bronze Blood Ruffian bows to Malik. He looks a little uncomfortable and pats him awkwardly on the arm. I know. It's blessed that I was even able to get it to fucking work, so... Diamond, I'll send your shit to, that shrub you live in. He actually lives in that shrub. Thanks, man! You know my offer still stands. I got a couple extra coops if you're sick of living rough. Diamond shrugs. Thanks, but I can't be tied down. It's nice to see you again. You and Malik ride up the elevator all the way to the top of his hive stem, and he leads you into a surprisingly tasteful loft apartment. Come on. My shit is upstairs. Isn't the whole apartment his shit? Technically. Let's go upstairs, though. Oh, we're gonna get some... He brings you up to a higher level that is a Raccoon shoved against one wall and a couch shoved against the other. But they are both afterthoughts to just a godly amount of computer shit. Right when you got here, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell that's what it was. But now you're used to Alternia's weird bug tech. Oh my god, what if he is a robot fucker? Squishy and organic and almost certainly alive. At least in the way that plants are alive. Though a couple wires in there are almost definitely slithering. Malik sits down in front of one of his screens and wakes it with a single swipe of his claws. He gestures you lazily to one of the several office chairs, squeaks as you sit down and sinks a little under your weight. He proceeds to ignore you and then types a list of commands into a text box. Then he pushes himself across to another screen with an alert flashing in one corner. You know what this is all adding up to. He's an IT guy. Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? No, I prefer to be called, shit. Huh? I have this joke I do when someone calls me a hacker and I say, I prefer the term information specialist. But now that is ruined. Oh shit. Hacker was totally your next guess. You can do it again. Nah, moment's gone. No worries. So he's a hacker. That's pretty cool and subversive. I wonder if he's part of Tysius' secret anti-government movement. You almost ask, then stop yourself at the last second. Whatever Tysius' anarchist leanings are, you aren't going to blab them to some random cerulean. As much as you love to meet new friends, you really aren't about to throw one under the scuttlebuggy for no reason. Yeah, not a lot of blues get down on this sort of thing. Goldbloods are better with tech. He does have eyeliner on. They got that living battery noise. You know how it goes. All the Goldbloods you've met have been, well, Stasia did have that scouter thing, and Coopram hacked a phone or something? Whatever. It was a while ago. Zebedee mostly just liked fanfic. Interesting. You'd think they would have programmed you with cultural stereotypes. Huh? Oh, right. You're a robot. You wonder how a robot is supposed to act. You sit up straighter and think more about circuit boards. Malik messes around the room, some more on his computer and then frowns. Then he frowns some more. Thank you for the follow. Then he reaches down and picks up one of the thick purple wires from the mess on the ground. He pauses. Apparently he isn't sure where to stick it. He glances down and you cross your legs before he can pull your dress up and start searching for external ports. Because nope, not happening, dude. You don't have any network connections, so I've got to use an Ethernet. Don't be lame. You aren't trying to be lame, you just don't want things in orifices. Eventually, you compromise and let him stick it under your armpit like you're a baby having your temperature taken. You watch him tap away at his screen, marveling at the ludicrous choices you've made in your life that have led you to troll sticking a wire under your armpit because he can't find your Wi-Fi signal. You sit there as his brow furrows further and his frown gets more pronounced. His annoyance bounces him out of his laid-back, cool guy attitude. A blinking purple light flashes on his piercings. Fuck. Maybe my tech isn't compatible. One of the wires is coming toward you, and for a second you think you finally found a piece of technology that is actually alive. But then you see a little flicker of movement at the end of it and realize that it's a white snake with beady, intelligent eyes. Ah, a Lucis. Don't be scared. It won't hurt you. He's just checking everything out. Well, guys, you wanted to see Malik's snake. There it is. Of course not. Why would you be afraid of a giant snake winding up your legs? Everyone is really about your legs. You need to get a pair of pants. Pool noodle, yes. Is the snake checking you for artificial parts? Are snakes particularly sensitive to technology? Is it because they're long? Weird. This is a radical situation. I have no idea what to make of you, dude. You feel like such a dickhead. Can you really continue to live this lie? I don't know what's going to get us the good ending and what's going to get us the bad ending, but I'm going to go with the truth first. You brace yourself. In your experience, dealing with the fallout of your deceptions is never pleasant. Expect him to throw you out, or at least get a snake to the face. Instead, Malik just sags back into his desk chair, which settles with a depressed little squeal. He takes his glasses off and drops them onto his desk, palming at his eyes. It strikes you how exhausted he looks. You thought the dark smudges were eyeliner, but they might be eyeliner in despair. You wonder if now is the time to start apologizing. You're getting really good at apologies. It's chill. I was just the one who grabbed you off the street. You're probably scared of what I'd do to you if you weren't what I'd hoped you were. Well, more like you were worried about the friend opportunity that would swirl down the drain. But yeah, okay. You're also a little scared. You still are. It's a total body-encompassing ambient fear that is always buzzing in the background of everything that you do on Alternia. So subliminal that sometimes you wonder if it's a total opposite. The complete absence of fear. That's deep, man. In retrospect, it is pretty fucking stupid to assume a robot is going to solve my problems. Very true. In your limited experience, more robots, more problems. Yeah, it was just something new, you know. Something I haven't tried yet. What is it exactly that he's trying so hard to do? Seems to be pretty well off. What with the hacking drones and shit like that? Malik laughs. Yeah, hacking drones. That's all just bullshit. His Lucis curls around his ankle affectionately. He gives it a little nudge. His palm husk rings, and he pulls it out of his pocket. Looks at it just for a couple seconds. I can't deal with this right now. Come on. He heads down the lower floor, waiting at the bottom of the steps to see if you're following. You are, albeit nervously. You're having a hard time reading Malik. Maybe it's all the piercings. It gets worse when he calls the elevator and then stands back. After you. You expect swinging blades to come at you, but they don't. You expect Malik to attack, but he doesn't. Just slumps moodily back against the elevator wall and closes his eyes. His palm husk rings again and his jaw tenses. The elevator goes past the lobby. Then it goes past the basement. And the sub-basement. Fuck. What's the sub of the sub-basement? Dude, what? The sub-basement is just a square, dungeon-like space, damp trickling down the walls. Your stomach crumples, your heart bounces up into your throat. Oh no. Is this Malik's cerulean murder dungeon? A phantom pain press... the phantom pain, presses against your ribs and arm. But Malik just leads you through a gap in the wall that you initially took for shadow. Opens into a tunnel with rough stone walls and dirt-covered floor. It's clearly man-made, or troll-made. The air grows damper with the sound of rushing water gets closer and closer. You emerge from the tunnel and find yourself on the bank of a wide underground river. Malik sits down on the edge of the overlook. Sit down. Sorry. This is not as comfortable as the loft. Oh man. Malik brought you to his special place. I don't know if I'd call it special, but it is a place I come to a lot. You sit down next to him. You get how this can be pretty zen, just watching the dark water flow by. The walls glow with an eerie bioluminescence, digging craters underneath Malik's tired eyes. Yeah, I saw a monster back there. Also, he pulls his phone out and shows you the screen. No husk signal. This is the only place I can really unplug. Kind of relaxing, you know. Oh yeah. You imagine the demands of being an information specialist could really put a dent in your chill. Yeah. You sit there with a rock digging into your ass and allow yourself to appreciate just how deep this gesture of trust really is. Even after you lied to him, he still wants to tell you his life story. Fuck, you love life stories. You ask him exactly what he wants to do with your not-existent robot laurels. He said something about reprogramming drones, didn't he? Could he be part of the resistance? What? Oh, you mean all the low-bloods write stuff? Nah. What is even the point? That's a great way to be cold. But he helped Diamond and the other little guy. Yeah, but they're cool. And I was paying them for services rendered. Roughing you up. He nudges you with his elbow. So far I've been able to do is reroute delivery drones. Just some weak sauce shit like that. That is a pretty pathetic way to fuck up the system. Snivy, this is our first route of the volume. So don't worry. Hold on. You aren't sure you get what he's about. I care about fucking up the system if you don't want to be in the revolution. I guess I wouldn't mind revolution. Alternia's alright. Well, for me, it's alright. Not for everyone. I'm not so fucking myopic to think I don't have it better than a lot of trolls. I'm not one of those bulge biters who wank off about the sanctity of the blood, how low bloods deserve what they get. They don't. It blows. I don't blame them for feeling bad or whatever. I just gotta worry about myself. That's all I got energy for. Kind of? It's kind of out. Well, he does seem to be doing pretty okay. Like, he has that sweet pad. Right, yeah. For half a sweet, maybe. Then it's all gone. Everything I worked for. And I'm up in motherfucking space. Right, the space war. Sounds like a huge drag. Yeah, dude. He tosses a rock into the dark water below. But that's the plan, right? If I own the drones, I own the whole system. I own the heiress, then I'll be playing my game with my rules. His eyes glint in the semi-darkness. So does the little hint of fang when he smiles. His piercings light up at tiny points of fire. You tell him that sure sounds like revolution talk to you. Also possibly villain talk. He grins like you're flattering him. Right, but I'm sweeps away from that. And other hackers won't. I mean, I work alone. I'm not a fucking psionic. I can't use Mind Honey, and it won't kill me the way it would a Rusty, but I definitely get the runs. And I don't have sweeps. I have mutts. Maybe Parages. You ask him if he thinks things are going to be really bad for him up in space. Like I said, I'm not a psychic, so no one is going to turn me into a battery. They'll make me a fucking soldier or a spy. What about his hacker skills? Oh yeah, Check out all my illegal activities. Please give me a good assignment. Hell no. Yeah. Couldn't really put that on his resume. If I was a high blood, I could get away with it probably. Or they might think it was cute if I was a low blood. But mid-caste, like, no way. Fuck, there's gotta be something. He pulls out his palm husk and starts frantically tapping away. Wait, he thought he didn't have any signal down here. Yeah, but I got a Wi-Fi hotspot. What am I? Some kind of fucking Luddite? He gestures to one of his earrings. You aren't sure if he means his jewelry is the Wi-Fi hotspot, or if that's a troll gesture for you are an idiot. Hey buddy, you said you were gonna unplug. That's important to your mental health, isn't it? Getting off the internet once in a while? Can't really speak for yourself, since you're only very recently become an internet celeb. Malik waves you away. You make a grab for his palm husk. You aren't honestly sure why. Maybe you're trying to be flirty or playful or some shit? Because everyone knows there's nothing more flirty and playful than stealing people's stuff. Bitches love that. You manage to snatch it away, but your floppy fingers fumble and you lose your grip. Oh no. Malik's phone sails over the edge of the bank and into the dark waters below. The splash is the sound of the phone. Malik stares at the water, then he stares at you. His mouth moves soundlessly. You threw my tech into the water. Malik puts his hand on your shoulder. Somehow, against all impossible odds, he's still gonna be chill. Wow, what a guy. You hit the water before you realize what's happening. It isn't freezing, but it sure as hell isn't balmy either. The current grabs you and tugs you under. Your knees and elbows scrape rocks, and your dress tangles around your legs and makes it hard to kick back towards the surface. The water is so dark you don't even know where the surface is. Just when you're making peace with the fact that your grave is going to be a watery one, something grabs you from behind and hauls you upwards. You gasp for air, choking in more water than anything else. Two strong hands push you back up into the bank, then begin smacking you on the back. You don't think it'll help you cough up any water, but you do think it's gonna bruise. Oh! It happened! Did we figure out how to... H? I don't know how to make the things go away. Middle mouse doesn't work because this is Android. Middle mouse doesn't work because this is Android. I don't know how to... Oh my god. No, this is important. This is important. Fuck. There is no controls menu. No. I must return to the menu. Alright. First of all, I'm gonna save it in case I fuck something up. I'm gonna start pressing letters. I'm pressing letters. Fuck. Press F for tits. Alright, well. Oh, fuck. That doesn't even skip backwards. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a screenshot. There you go, folks. Alright, I accidentally skipped it and there's no choice. Whatever. Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, using this app is weird, guys. Okay. My bad, dude. That was a reflex. You threw my shit into the water, so I threw yours. Our shit? Are you okay? No, I got it. I'm good. You hack up one more gasp of water and give Malik a thumbs up. He's as wet as you are, hair slicked back on his forehead. It makes his eyes look huge and possibly blue. He jumped in to save your clumsy ass. His shirt is gone. And hey, now you know the location of 2 more of his piercings. No, they can't be gills. Oh, grub scars. Okay. You apologize for grabbing his phone. In retrospect, you should have not tried to be cute at the edge of the river. Yeah, you don't have to try. I mean, fuck. Malik flushes! I'm gonna post this on YouTube, but of course it's going up on YouTube. Succulent backlogs, always. Right now, you look like a drowned squeak beast. Sorry, I fucked up your rumpus rope. I'll lend you something. Cool. You're kind of over this dress anyway. Hey. Malik twists his claws together. You aren't gonna tell people what I said earlier. I'm not afraid to go off-planet. I just, you know. This time you do know. You tell him that his secret is safe with him. And if you find any actual robots in your travels, you'll send him his way. Thanks. Here. Helps you to your feet. Damn, it's cold down here. I'll get you something when we get back upstairs. As long as you don't mind wearing my sign. Honestly, can't think of anything you'd like more. Friendship. He's a good boy. I like him. What a lad. What a fucking lad. He is pretty good. I like him a lot. This is the best voice since Gorgor. Alright. Okay. So that was good end. So let's do quick end. So I don't know how skip works. Okay, you can just press this button here. Okay, skip is off. Hey. You murmur a hello while trying not to meet those alarmingly blue eyes. Because although you've amassed quite a cache of high-blood hoes, you know exactly what blue typically means for you. Yikes o'clock. You don't love the idea of throwing yourself out of a moving vehicle, but you also don't love being stuck inside one with a high blood. As past evidence has shown that although wild acts of foolhardy daring end in pain and embarrassment, you've not actually been killed yet. If you didn't die then, you probably won't die now. That is 100% how probability works. You open the door, and before the trollers ruffians have a chance to protest, you ollie out of there. You were right. You didn't die, but it sucks. Nice. Foolish. Alright. Sorry, guys. It's time for the bad end. Sorry to do this to you. I know. I accidentally do the bad end last. Completely unintentionally. Alright, at least there's a button for skip. Tell him you are a special kind of robot his instruments can't detect. You're in this to win this. You're riding it out till the end. You tell him that you are actually the latest model of Spybot from your alien government. You are so advanced that you are indistinguishable from the real thing. Seriously, you aren't supposed to tell anyone, but you're telling him, since he's so rad. Ugh, this is terrible. You just promised yourself the other day that you'd stop lying to make yourself look good. Or in this case, make yourself look like a robot. Besides, he's never gonna buy it. I knew it. There's no other explanation. Fascinating. I have no choice of the bad ends or good ends. I just guess. He leans in close enough that you almost trip backwards off your chair. He catches your arm. He's surprisingly strong for such a skitty nerd. Though you really shouldn't be surprised anymore. Size doesn't correlate to strength with trolls, necessarily. His skin is chilly and his nails press dense into the skin of your arm. It hurts, but not enough to shake him off. He's looking at you so seriously. What, does he think your eyes are USB ports? Johnny. Reader, telling lies? No, papa. You apologize that your robot specs are not the right ones. Malik breaks out of his trance and lets go of your arm. You're kidding. What am I, some sort of script wriggler? This rules. I'm gonna be the first to crack you. Yikes. You have to expect him to take out some sort of torture screwdriver and start prying you open. Instead, he gives you another one of those unreasonably flirty smiles. When I'm done with you, you're gonna be your own entire system. Whoa. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? With that, he takes off down the steps, jumping the last few and vanishing down into the kitchen. You're left there blinking at his after image. It sounded like he was hitting on you back there, but then he just pranced down the stairs like a bejeweled antelope. Creep down the kitchen to find him pulling things out of cabinets, opening the fridge with his toes and then slamming it shut with a hard kick so that all the stuff on the top rattles. His palm husk rings and he pulls out of his pocket, answering it and spitting a bunch of jargon at the person on the other end. He does all of this while rooting around in the drawer of cutlery, talking loud enough to be heard over the rattling. All you know about hacking is that it's usually done by a bunch of greasy dudes with glasses and Dorito dust in their fingers. Usually there's a girl, and she's hot. And you aren't sure which trope Malik is yet, possibly a combination of all of them. While he yells at someone over the phone about a blockchain, you take the time to wonder, rather sheepishly, how many other piercings he has, and on what parts of his body. Oh boy. I haven't tried fucking with robots yet, really. So far, I've only reprogrammed drones recently. You realize belatedly that he's no longer on his phone and is instead talking to you. Oh, right. He mentioned something about that earlier with Diamond. Hacking into drones and reroute their delivery routes. Heh, yeah, rerouting is easy. I've got all my gear that way, all the good stuff, reserved for blues. I just realized he talks in code. Wait, isn't Malik a blue? He laughs and puts a pan on the stove. As if. Sure, Cerulean is blue, but barely. Code boy. Every indigo you meet is gonna make sure you know it. You want to ask him if you can help him with anything, but you barely know how to cook when you're on your own planet. He pauses with 2 eggs above a mixing bowl. Hey, you like cluck-beast embryos? What now? Cracks the eggs. The yolks are purple and runny. Your stomach squirms uncomfortably. Oh, my bad. Can you even eat? What? Oh, yeah, robot. Of course you can eat. It wouldn't be a very clever disguise if you couldn't eat, right? Although now that he mentions it, you really haven't been eating as much as you did on Earth. The meals you've had have been few and far between, but you aren't even that hungry. Weird. Oh god, what if you are a robot? Plot twist! Malik is not privy to your existential crisis and therefore keeps cracking eggs. Cluck-beast embryos. God, troll words are so ridiculous. Not really. No language is inherently more ridiculous than any other, subjectively. They could really have programmed that in when they taught you how to read Alternian. What? No one told you how to read. You're on Chitter. All of your chirps are Alternian. Let me see your palm husk. He holds out a hand from your phone. His nails are painted a shimmery black, and he has one of those thick rings that could double as a brass knuckle. You tell him that you figured you just had palm husk on Earth setting, but of course that makes no sense. No one knows about Earth or English for that matter. You're pretty sure it's not even the most commonly spoken Earth language. Nope, no translation software running. And this is good old-fashioned Alternian. Well, it's not old-fashioned, it's contemporary. That's an idiom. See, if you weren't a robot, this would be really weird. Well, it is already kind of weird that you're a robot. But your Alternian is perfect. You want to tell him that your Alternian is no way perfect. You have literally no idea what is going on. Oh, that's a good sprite. But before you can get the words out, a terrific crash comes from somewhere above you. Malik drops your palm husk into a bowl of cluck-beast embryos. Dang. Fuck. Drones. Shit. You don't need this right now. You, a fake robot, have no chance against a real robot with lasers. Even worse, Malik rounds on you, lips drawn back from his teeth. You. This is your fucking fault. They must have trapped you here. No other way they could have found this place. I'm off the grid. Try to point out to Malik that maybe the drones are mad about all the hacking business, but he isn't listening to you. He's shoving his palm husk into his pocket and making a leap for the kitchen window. Fuck. Can he survive a 10-story drop? You aren't sure. One thing's for sure, though. You can. Oh. Oh. Okay. There's no words here. I think that's a glitch. There's no text, but I'm pretty sure this is the bad end. Goodbye. I'm dead. Look at Reader. Reader is fucking dead. He did have a tongue piercing. It's true. Alright. That was great. That was great. Malik is great. Alright, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick BRB. He finally got a boy. A boy and a friend and a lad. I will be back. I'm gonna go get a drink. But when we get back, we will do Lineara? Lineara? Aisha. That's okay. Everyone say bye. Bye to Aisha. Thank you for visiting. Oh no! I hope you get better. Alright. I will be right back, and then we will do Lineara. Hello. Oh, I saw her for a second. I don't know what I don't know what that fright was, but it was something. You've had such good luck making friends lately that you almost feel powerful, good, popular. But at the same time, you feel a strange sense of loneliness that new friendship doesn't seem to penetrate. Maybe being the only one of your species light years away from home is starting to catch up with you. Maybe you're starting to understand why popular kids in movies sometimes seem so sad. A number of trolls now like you, but do any of them truly know you? What you wouldn't give to hang out with someone you have a real history with. Someone with whomst you don't have to do the introductory dance of yes, I'm clearly an alien, no, I don't know what's going on. Someone with whomst you could reminisce about old times. Someone you've hung out with more than once. Right now, you're on the outskirts of town, and the rocky outcrops surrounding you are familiar. You're pretty sure this is the entrance to the Brooding Caverns or somewhere around here. Your heart beats a little faster. Branya lives close to here. Talk about history. You know each other deeply from hanging out once and then seeing her again in her ex-mate Sprit's hive. Plus, you have a phone now. You have the power to text first. You get out the phone Connell gave you. Look at you go, reading an alien language and operating an alien technology. Does it make sense that you've learned how to read a new alphabet in weeks without anyone teaching you? Not really, but maybe your struggles with Spanish class in high school were just a fluke, and you've been a secret linguistic genius this whole time. Branya texts you back immediately, giving you directions on how to meet her in the caves. You head down, but before the Jade Blood hive is in sight, a troll emerges from the shadows. At first you think it's Branya, but you freeze mid-wave when this troll steps into the light. Branya doesn't wear glasses. She has never glared at you like that. Okay. I know this song, first of all. This is a Homestuck. It's a classic one. Don't like that knife meter, though. A little unsettling. I'm eating a chocolate bar right now to keep myself from passing out, by the way. You might be right, Cuzzy. Oh. Ha ha, Snivy! Ha ha. Alright. I can't think of a voice, but fuck it. It's you! I remember you! You were here down here a few weeks ago, bothering Branya and distracting her when we almost had a Lucis stampede. Ouch. Is that really how Branya has described your adventures together? Maybe it's silly for something that small to hurt your feelings when another recent friend nearly got you killed in a clown church. But you like to think that you and Branya formed a real connection. She never made you feel like you were bothering her. A real connection? Is that why you think you can just come down here and text her? Oh my god. I have the perfect voice. It's kind of like the voice I'm already doing. Mouse. You shouldn't be able to see the mouse. Oh, fuck. I don't know why the mouse is... I hope that hasn't been on the screen the whole time. Hold on. I forgot to turn off mouse capture because I didn't think it was going to be a fucking issue. There, it's off. I hope that hasn't been on the screen the whole time. Okay. Yeah, that's my portal cursor. Holy shit. Is Lineara reading Branya's messages? Does Branya know she's been doing that? That's none of your business! Branya and I are best friends. I'm just looking out for her. She has a lot of Jade Blood responsibilities, and doesn't need anyone shifty coming in to disrupt her. You have to wonder if Branya would agree with the statement made on her behalf. You sure would like to see her in person and confirm yourself. Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Why, don't you tell me? What is your nature for your relationship? Why should I allow you to hang out with her? Well, the knife-o-meter is going up, as your text message so boldly suggested. Bluffing has saved your ass in some bleak situations before. But you could also go on the offensive here. You're concerned about Bronya's privacy now. As her friend, maybe you shouldn't just look the other way. Alright, I'm going with the creep one. Hello? Hold on, I want to finish my chocolate. Punk Boy was good. I miss him already. You pop up with all the self-righteousness you can muster. The nature of your relationship with Bronya is between you and Bronya. And you're not doing anything suspicious, but I want to see your friend. In fact, it seems a lot more suspicious that Lineara is trying to intercept anyone who messages Bronya. What possible reason could she have to justify that? Well, I never! As I said before, I am Bronya's best friend. I take our relationship, I mean my responsibilities as a friend, very seriously. You press the issue, narrowing your eyes and crossing your arms over your chest. Her responsibilities as a friend, huh? Sounds kind of fishy. Fishy? Are you serious right now? Are you really coming down here to make fish puns? Like some kind of sea dweller? That is so suspicious. Who knows what Bronya decided to show you when you tricked her into trusting you? Not that we have anything to hide, but who knows? If you're at all associated with sea dwellers, then we have a pretty big problem on our hands, don't we? Alright, I'm trying to finish my chocolate here. Want to finish my chocolate? Nice to have you, KDC. Gotta finish my chocolate. Pixel, please. Oh, is that a friend? You've heard of sea dwellers by now, but none of your friends have talked about them much. Mostly you've gathered that they dwell down in the sea. Thank you for the follow. You don't know why it would be extra bad for you to be one of them, but it's clear you need to backpedal. Before you can try and disown your choice of fish-related phrasing, Lineara approaches you, advances on you. Obviously, I can't let you talk to Bronya now. You are way too suspicious. I think you and I should have a private conversation instead. At least your life is uneventful when you're unconscious. When you come to, you're sitting in a chair with your wrists tied. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize that you're in a smaller cave than the big open caverns that led to the Jadeblood Hive. A light switches on, and you can see that the cave walls are lined with bookshelves, and there's a desk in the corner. There are books and notebooks and bulletin boards that look like outlines of study guides pinned to them. And in front of you is Lineara, holding a knife. Oh boy. Oh good, you're awake! This is my study cave. In the Jadeblood Hive, it's harder to concentrate because people break the rules and I get irritated. So I come here to do homework. That's all, just homework. When you take a second look at the bulletin boards, you see that a lot of what Lineara has pinned up are pictures of Bronya. Oh no. There are a few pictures of Lineara and Bronya together, but it's mostly just Bronya by herself. Even a couple blurry photos of Bronya and Elward. What are you looking at? There's nothing to see here. She brandishes the knife in your face. And okay, yeah, sure. Now she and her gigantic knife have your full attention and you are not looking at your creepy Bronya shrine anymore. I brought you here because your messages to Bronya were highly suspicious. I don't know you and I don't trust you. You could be trying to see Bronya for nefarious purposes. So I brought you here to vet you. Now we can talk about what your real intentions are. So, you're definitely gonna die in this cave, held captive by an unhinged Jadeblood who was just convinced of your guilt from the moment you dared text her best friend. That kinda sucks. tried so hard, and you got so far, but in the end...
It didn't even matter.
Oh, come on, stop playing the victim. If anyone is the victim here, it's me. I try so hard to be there for Bronya as her best friend, but she doesn't even... Lineara stops abruptly. You see her lower lip start to tremble before she turns her face away from you. The sharp tip of the knife pointed at your throat droops a bit. Its dejected swing takes it dangerously close to your navel, and you try to subtly lean backwards in your chair. Lineara interprets the noise of distress that escapes your mouth as a noise of sympathy. It's fine, though. Really, it's fine. Our friendship is great. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's fine as long as she doesn't have any other friends. Because I'm her best friend. I should be the only one she needs. Lineara's knife is now completely lowered, pointing to the floor. That gives you some hope. She seems to have forgotten about her sea dweller suspicions. She's crazy. I think she's just a crazy person. Maybe if you can keep her talking about Bronya, the whole stabbing notion could be taken off the table and she might even let you go. You rack your brain for all knowledge of alternative relationship dynamics that you've managed to compile during your time on this planet. Best friends. They have a special word for that, right? You tell Lineara that you're sure Bronya doesn't need anyone else. If she and Bronya are Moirails, then Lineara must be very special to her. What? I never said we were Moirails. That's not even the quadrant that I want her in. I mean, never mind! How dare you make assumptions? Hello, knife point again. Oh shit. All you meant to say was that you thought her relationship with Bronya was probably fine. You figured that they must be in a quadrant together because you're a clueless alien. You're bad. I get why you would think that. It's probably so obvious that my feelings for her are so very red. Lineara hangs her head. Her shoulders shake. Tears roll down her cheeks, dripping onto her crisp shirt collar and the knot of her jade green tie. I know I don't have a chance. She doesn't think of me that way. I'm her loyal friend and second in command. That's all I will ever be, no matter what. And I try to do a really good job at being her best friend. Because what else can I do? If I'm her best friend, then at least I'm still in her life. At least I mean something to her. Maybe it's the fact that Lineara's knife hasn't come any closer to your major arteries for a hot minute. Or maybe it's the tears. Either way, you feel sympathy encroaching on the monopoly that abject terror has previously maintained in your brain's economy. You've acted as a verbal-sounding board or sympathetic ear for some time for your other troll friends while they've dealt with crises of various kinds. Boy. Slipping into the role of therapist for someone who's holding you hostage at knife point is a new one for you, but unfortunately it's not that much of a stretch. It seems like young trolls in Alternia have to deal with these heavy life issues by themselves, feeling so alone that they're willing to turn up to an alien stranger to help them work things out. Then again, maybe life is that grim and isolating for human teenagers too. You just never noticed before. Maybe everyone's too mired at their own shit to look up and realize that there's a moo beast fecal matter is waist high for everyone around them, too. Clear your throat and speak with as much consoling gentleness as you can muster while your head still throbs from where I keep fucking it up. Lineara knocked you out. It seems like trying to be Bronya's best friend isn't making Lineara very happy. Of course it isn't making me happy. I can't keep her from having other friends no matter how hard I try. She's amazing, so of course everyone wants to be her friend. Including you, apparently. You barely even had a chance to miss that knife before it's waving around again. Yikes. Your friendship with Bronya is nothing like her relationship with Lineara. You don't count as any kind of competition. Bronya is one of many friends to you, and while you cherish her and support her endeavors, you appreciate the joy and fulfillment that can come from having many different friends instead of depending on a single person to meet all of your emotional needs. Sounds fake. Why would I ever want friends besides Bronya? She's my whole world! Okay, but it seems like it's painful for Lineara to be relying on Bronya to be her whole world when Bronya isn't doing the same in return. Has Lineara even talked to Bronya about any of this? No, never. I'm terrified to tell her how I feel. Being her best friend feels awful. But losing her would be so much worse. I can't take that risk. But if Lineara never talks to Bronya about her feelings, she'll always be unhappy because she wants more. Even if she thinks that it's unlikely that Bronya feels the same way, maybe open communication with her friend could help Lineara process her feelings and move on. You know that Lineara has a big heart, or blood pusher, many fine qualities, and she doesn't deserve to be stuck in this unhappy, unrequited relationship in purgatory forever. Wow. You really think I have fine qualities? You try very hard not to think about the glint of that knife. Sure, Lineara has positive qualities. She seems loyal, well-organized, and studious and caring. Some troll out there is going to want the same kind of closeness from her that Lineara is looking for. She owes it to herself to take actions that could lead to happiness instead of being stuck in a sad situation forever. I don't know. Maybe you're right or maybe you're wrong. But I don't want to move on, even if I know I should. I want to be with Bronya forever! Lineara crumples to the ground, dropping the knife and sobbing into her hands. It's hard to watch someone in this much distress and not want to help them, but on the other hand, her misery has distracted her. This might be your only chance to try and escape. Alright. Fuck. Alright, attempt comfort. You remember what you did for Polypo when she was upset. Sitting in the chair with both hands tied behind you doesn't make for ideal shushpapping conditions. But maybe you can approximate the gesture? Lineara is huddled crying on the floor, and you think you could maybe get close enough to lean your knee against her back or something. Hopefully that would be interpreted in the same way as a classical palm-to-cheek move. You inch your chair closer to her, but you lose your balance and wobble and topple forward. Lineara's discarded knife is right there, sharp edge ready to plunge right into your incoming soft body. But then Lineara moves quickly and grabs your chair and saves your life. Oh shit! That was a close one! You really could have died! She stares at the knife with huge round eyes, clearly shaken up by her near-death experience just now. Considering how often you nearly die these days, you feel more blasé about it, but you think having an impact on her it makes her rethink the whole kidnap and stab thing. I'm so sorry. I didn't want you to actually die. I saw what you were doing with the chair when you fell. You were trying for the traditional seated frond hinge shushpat because I was upset. Alright, that's a thing? It was very kind of you to try to console me. I never really thought about a sea dweller. You were a sea dweller, you know. Maybe what I'm doing is wrong. Lineara sets her jaw with conviction, and with one slash cuts you free of the bonds. You get to your feet, stumbling a bit because your leg fell asleep. Can't believe you're actually getting out of this situation without any blood lost. You feel positively elated about this turn of events, but Lineara still looks sad. You're free to go. You must think the worst of me after all this. Well, you're not gonna lie, this wasn't the best start to a friendship you've ever had, but horrifyingly enough, it wasn't the worst. You feel for Lineara. You want to shit. You fit for Lineara, and you want to show her how a real friend-making aficionado gets out there and meets people. You think making new friends could help you feel less clingy about Bronya. Okay. Oh? You would really do that for me? I'm not sure about new friends, but you do seem to know what you're talking about. You don't know where to go with Lineara to teach her how to make new friends. She's probably a bit too uptight to enjoy the music clubs you've been to, and you don't think that trolls studying in Book Hive would take kindly to a lot of loud, friendly conversation. You decide to go to the cafe that Elward introduced you to. Thankfully, they're not having an excessively bodily force poetry night, since you're not too sure it would be Lineara's scene. There are a number of ceruleans here, but you also spot a few indigos and teals and a cluster of defiant-looking olive bloods with some yellows, all sitting together. The crowd is overall less pierced and undercutted than it was when you were back here with Elward, and I skipped the fucking fuck! Yeah, I can't mouse wheel. So I have to do this. Crowd is overall less pierced and undercutted than it was when you were sitting here with Elward, and the vibe is laid back, with all the trolls just sitting around and quietly chatting. It is troll bucks. You order the drinks, already taking for granted your newly acquired skills in reading troll language. Lineara is fidgeting when you sit down with her. This may come as a shock to you, but I don't get out of the caverns very often. I don't have time. There's so much to learn about Jadeblood life and troll reproduction. And Bronya needs my help to maintain order. It's not very often that I have to, interact with trolls of other blood colors. You're not sure what's making her uncomfortable. The trolls around here that are lower than her on the hemo spectrum, or those that are higher. You've worked out by now that Jades are right in the middle, so maybe Lineara identifies with neither the haves nor the have-nots. From what you remember, neutrality is a big concept with the Jades. You're sure Lineara that it's natural to be a little nervous. Most people feel like that when they're stepping out of their comfort zone when they make a new friend. If there's one thing you've learned as Alternia's resident friend-making expert, it's that terror and embarrassment are par for the course, but it's worth it in the end. I'm not nervous, I'm embarrassed. I don't know. Everyone seems disorganized and suspicious and untrustworthy and unknown. You have to bite your lip to keep from laughing. It's not even that funny. It's just that Lineara is hissing all of her words and leaning in towards you and glaring at the rest of the room. The overall effect is weirdly endearing. Like someone put a 1950s school uniform on a feral cat. Before you can try to reassure her again, new troll ambles up to your table. She looks friendly. That's a friendly amble. She's wearing glasses and carrying a book bag and has a teal symbol on her chest. So she might be a nerd like Lineara. This could be a good new friend match. Hi guys. I think I've seen you around before. Do you also study at the Book Hive? New friend. That's it! Stream's over! New friend. New friend. You open your mouth and try to invite this new friend to sit down before you can respond. Lineara interjects. That's not any of your business, is it? Why do you even want to know? Obviously, anyone who goes to the Book's Hives to study goes there for peace and quiet. So why would you think you can bother us just because you've recognized us from there? Oh, okay, geez. My bad, never mind. See you around never. Just like that, a golden opportunity for friendship has gone up in a puff of smoke. What was Lineara thinking, being so rude? Doesn't she want to learn how to make friends? I changed my mind, okay? There's no way I can be friends with any of these people. I don't know them, not like I know you. You're surprised to hear that Lineara feels so positive about you when she was ready to stab you an hour ago. She takes your hand in both of her hands, squeezing your fingers tight. I know we didn't get off to a great start, and that's my fault, but I can make it up to you. We're friends now, and we'll be friends forever. And I will kill anyone who ever thinks about trying to fuck with you. This is not quite the lesson you had hoped to teach her about making friends. But maybe with her fierce loyalty and possessive streaks spread out between you and Bronya, Lineara can be a little low-key about being friend to you both. The determined look in her eye and the ominous glint of her glasses doesn't scream low-key. But you did... Good. But change doesn't always happen overnight. And you believe in second chances. You believe that Lineara will be capable of a healthy relationship someday. And there she is. A crazy maniac. She is a scary human being. Why are we effing? Nobody died. I got the good ending. Why are we effing? New friend. Yeah, that was one of the good ones. Alright. Yeah. Good. Quote-unquote good ending. Croissant boy. Oops! I accidentally went back to punk. Whoops. Almost clicked on him again. Alright. Okay, make wild claims about your friendship with Bronya to save yourself. You and Bronya go way back. If Lineara is unfamiliar with your history, it might be because your friendship with Bronya predates hers. And actually, part of why you texted her today was because your close friendship has recently been getting a little red, you could say. Bronya needed someone to step in and fill the hole in her blood pusher left by Elward, after all. Considering changing the nature of your relationship, Bronya has been even more protective of you than usual lately. Oh, Jesus, we're dead. Oh, no. Lineara doesn't seem impressed by your astute cultural knowledge, nor does she look intimidated. Her glasses reflect opaque in the murky cavern light as she takes a step closer. Her claws, you've just noticed, are very sharp. Bronya is very protective of those she pities. You've got that much right. If you're telling the truth, and I don't know that you are, maybe she would want to protect you. If she knew that you were here... Oh, fuck. You fucked up. If Lineara intercepted Bronya's phone, then Bronya has no idea you reached out. And you could be disposed of with none the wiser. Oh, no. Look what you made me do. You have no idea how someone in a skirt that long could move so fast. Okay. Okay. She had to do it to me. Now you can press F to pay respects. Hi, Phil Swift here with Flex Tape. To show you the power of Flex Tape, I sawed this boat in half. I love you, Phil Swift. Friend tape. You know, she had to do it to him. Alright. Bad end time. Such a range of emotions. Attempt escape. You look around to see if there's anything within reach that you could use to free your bound hands. On the desk a few feet away, you spot a spiral-bound notebook with a nasty-looking edge on its binding. You scoot your chair over, doing your best not to make any noise, but Lineara is too busy wailing to notice regardless. You get hold of the notebook and saw through the rope on your wrists. It was so hard watch her Elward together. Elward doesn't deserve her. She was so mean. I know she's a cerulean, but I swear if she shows her face in these caverns again, I will go straight for her primary spurt artery. It's a good reminder that Lineara is dangerous. You saw faster and success. Your hands are now untied. Lineara's back is turned to you while she gets up off the floor. You take a quick look at the notebook in your hands. It seems to be a carefully annotated and organized scrapbook/diary chronicling Lineara's friendship with Bronya. On one hand, it's a bit creepy in the context of how you're still held hostage by the person who made this, but on the other hand, it does pull at your heartstrings. But you keep a firm grip on those heartstrings, because you've still got to get out of here. When Lineara turns back to face you, you leap from your chair, brandishing the scrapbook in front of you like a shield. If she comes any closer with that knife, you can destroy the scrapbook in an instant with your acidic spit. That's right! Your alien anatomy has destructive powers that can vaporize Lineara's precious Bronya memories in seconds. No, you can't! What are you doing? How dare you touch that book? For a terrifying second, you think she might lunge at you, but then Lineara steps to the side, giving you a straight shot to the cave exit. You scuttle your way towards freedom. You remember your phone. Lineara took it from you when she knocked you out. You don't know how you could possibly get another one. No way! I'm not giving you anything that you might use to contact Bronya. I won't have you messaging her behind my back and trying to replace me as her best friend. Seems like nothing you said when you were tied up had any impact on her at all. Maybe forcing people at knife point to be your therapist doesn't result in quality therapy. Still feel bad for her, but it's time to break out the big guns. If Lineara doesn't return your phone, you will find another way to reach Branya, and you'll tell her everything. Not only the lowdown on Lineara's stalking and kidnapping tendencies, but also the truth about how Lineara feels about her. Lineara gapes at you. Her eyes fill with tears again, but she hands over your phone. Can't believe how cold you are! Why are we doing Phil Swift memes now? I thought that maybe we were bonding. That maybe I could start to trust someone other than Branya. But you didn't mean a single word of all those things you said! Lineara's face twists and contorts between rage and grief. When you make the phone's scrapbook trade, she drops the knife in her other hand and clutches the scrapbook to her chest like it's one of the wigglers in the Jadeblood nursery. You don't feel guilty for what you had to do to escape unarmed, but you can't help but wish that you had been able to actually help her. It's clear to me now. Branya is the only friend I will ever have! What an ugly, ugly face. It's a great face. Well, that might have taken forever. That might have taken fucking forever to get to work because we had to load it into an Android emulator. But we got it. I have a feeling Hiveswap's probably going to be rescheduled. The Friendsim releases are probably going to be rescheduled. Stream's been going for a little while. I mean... yeah, no problem. Oh, loud sighing. That's appropriate. Let's take a look at the credits before we go. We got the writers. We got Aisha with Malik, which was fucking great, as usual. Thank you, Aisha. We had C.L. Kyle as Lineara. And C also did Branya. So... man. Good shit. Adrienne. Good shit. Everybody. Good shit. Oh, is it going to have the theme song? There you go. Malik's theme. Fortnite. Funny moments and epic fails. Episode 413. Just going to go ahead and... it's good shit. It's good shit. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone! I don't know when the next Friendsim will be because they probably got to work out their scheduling with the Steam upload times now because you cannot upload on Friday nights anymore, apparently. Apparently Steam won't let you release games on the weekend anymore. So, that's interesting. Oh, and if you're still here, there will probably be a Splatoon Octo expansion stream later. And by later, I mean like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So we'll see. Bye.